Why, hello there everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Marlon Phoenix, and today we're going to continue on Easy Threat Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. The last time, we have completed the character Turnabout. And now, we're going to be playing Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. Let's begin. And as you saw, I changed the soundtrack to the arranged. Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. What shall we make today, kids?
Samson
and Judy's Bake and Bow.
That is cute. Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Ding! Now let's see what we got for you. It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. April 2nd, 5 a.m., Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you got nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sighting stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course, Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? I was also present in the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Master Von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too? You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I want you to know something, see? That's something to me what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of the real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered in a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. That was back before yours truly was a fine figure of the attorney you see before you today. Now we travel back to 18 years ago. December 24th, 5 p.m., Tension Center, Visitors Room. Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink of the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm the defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder at Christmas Eve? What the world's coming into? In the dark of the night, the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors a-coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitors room, and if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa, talk about an entrance! I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you, I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it? I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant and defender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do everything I can to help. Calm down, Edward. Calm down, please. You have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged celebrity here yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it is an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my client from wrongful convictions, and the first thing to do is establish whether or not he's truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little bit about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tagaroa. What? It really is you? Samson Tagaroa? The world's greatest confiner? You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Seems Eddie knows something about our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tagaroa, the singing, dancing confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All of that sweetness waiting for you. Look there. Where? Over here. The oven's got something special to share. Bing! Now let's see what we got for you. I almost started dancing along. No way, I got to sing with Samson Tagaroa. It's a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter in hand. Of course, I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? So you're not just a confessioner, but you're also a singer and dancer? Sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must be really enjoying making desserts. Would it be so much of a confessioner if I didn't? I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations, the stuff that drinks are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion? It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside of one of my creations. Inside what are your... No way! The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now, here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They realize their mistake. I'm sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why will he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tagaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Contest venue, fountain room. It's really cold out here, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. But look at this place! What a sweet house Samson got! It's huge! Yes, we're gonna have to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome everyone! Come on in, we'll have us some fun! Oh no! Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to my humble abode. Judy Brown, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Brown, the Judy Brown. You know a little something on my work? A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bot's biggest fan. It's very kind of you say so. We'll be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bot be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy coarse cream. Try-a-do, everyone, come along. Baking treats with a smile and a song. There, oh, where, who? There, it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes out of the guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind like a cup of tea. This is silent, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus oils is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. Saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it when it's too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique too. This design is really something. You think so? Thank you very much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Hollycrew. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware of the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. He's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Brown, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course, I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim? Is it true that the body was recovered from inside of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard a sound of something big collapsing from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! I opened the door, went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Brown, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to say Samson. He's no murderer. He can never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Brown. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. And look who's there. No way! Everything in this room made of chocolate! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Sansa's creations this up close and personal. I'm much more excited myself if the room wasn't the murder scene. Ugh, just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Achoo! Defense on the scene already? That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I represent Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad, a man of few words. Something about this just doesn't taste right. You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'll be the first to admit it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we join you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Edgeworth's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do everything to get him off the hook, even put words in their client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on my investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same contrary. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? And you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my brief of basis all the evidence and sound reasoning. You're about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. We better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Let's get this over with. I love how this takes place before the KGA where he had like all the bullet holes. So this is where the body was discovered? Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, women by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you in here? Ah! Since he heard something breaking, they came into what it was. If only we just had a little more information. There's something else in here. Well, it looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intertrace shape carved into it. It is for making those fast things. Isn't it for making those fancy wax things and documents? Do you think it belongs to the victim? No idea. It's gotta be locked anyway, so I'll take that. One of the stands of the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Detective, can you tell us a little bit more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. Well, what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not one for sharing much, you see. Would you mind if we borrow this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it downloads a picture right there and then when you take them. No way, sounds pretty inconvenient. No, then I better get my facts straight and get down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why. You know the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body? Yeah, and then the piece of cloth was wrapped in it. And something here just doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in the front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anyone mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check my forensics. What is it, Mr. E? What did you figure it out? Compare this treasure chest to the photograph of the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom contains underneath the deceased's head. And yet, the part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They say nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene? Could be. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it, and the loud sound that brought Miss Bound running. Yeah, said the ship was already mulled over by the time she got in there. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. The tea set is up to see the sign of what Miss Bound served us with earlier. You think Samson could be drinking tea out of that? Bottle covered dusted for prints. His were the only ones that are found. And wasn't the case for utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And the missing row was wearing gloves while he was working on the confederaries. That doesn't explain why the prints were only found in the teapot and cup. Yeah, what a gorgeous design. Really? Just seems a bit there from to me. Like, how do you even get your tea in there? Art isn't about function, Eddie, it's about form. Guess I'll have to take your word on him, see. This art stuff is way beyond me. Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH. So there must be Holocra's Polyborn. Those are initials after all. Miss Bound says she's a big fan of his work. His initials, how some, if I make it, I will say EF? Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first. There we go. Because there is a trophy relating to that. Let's talk to this guy. And you are... Sorry, meditating. Do you want something, Detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confessioner here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? The Art of Air and Sugar. No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon, a noble foreign creature of the skies. That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design work is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Xingfa when this is all over. I need to train hard. Perhaps we should get off the subject of the design sense for now. So what are you doing here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think you were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing that he's a contestant. Maybe I should ask him a few questions of my own. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. Sugar blowing pups? They put air into the sugar. They're so cool, it's like watching a sword master do his thing. I'm no master, not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red, that way it doesn't matter when I make the mess. The way of the confessioner is a lonely one, you never stop learning, not until you die. The way of the confessioner sounds like a long one too, but he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria in play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Confectionery as art? Art you can eat, every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tangaroa is a genius, and once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair, he has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confectionery himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's a real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for the title efficiently? And the treasure, your ultimate cookbook, Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of rules that are given out to the contest students. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then. He left his room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room, and she's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal, there's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice, sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body, while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa ran right on judging, he didn't know a thing about it until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior if anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece of the wall here, not one in the frame. Seems like something was off. Though I better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos show up, pull me away from the very important work. Perhaps we could take a closer look at it together? Can't take a hand, can't you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out here? Of course. Confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured that out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head sketcher, right? Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Aw, was your sense of romance, of adventure? This isn't intended to be much either of the crime scene, Eddie. Wonder you can make a picture this pretty out of the chocolate. Since it really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook? In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply infinite in sum. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew about the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, yeah, right? The frame. Something's missing. The oddly detective bed was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier, yes. You're right, detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I better show Eddie what part of the frame is missing some chocolate.
Take that!
Look at the decorated work of the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. confederation in this room is missing a small bit. You're right, the candle holder, the nostril stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? It's a very good question. Or did Tangaroa want to look like somebody messed with his work? He never do that to his own creations, never. Could this have been some deeper meaning for the case? Achoo! Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly worn out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you gave it to me when I got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why do they have to heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept in the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! It was here the whole time! There's one at each of the contestants' rooms. Kangaroo hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetics of our works. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. It goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here, no wonder it's cold. Hey, Detective Bat, you mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is a foundation of a detective's work. But I'm not a detective! Same goes for attorneys, Eddie. You must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold, it's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees, there's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real professor should be able to tell you more and that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, the lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for humidity, huh? Duly noted. Detective Bass kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It certainly is a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was checking the temperature of the water here. What have you learned? It's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main mountain and then the water circulated back to the room. Unusual to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who has access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. He's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly why it makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? If the door hadn't been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed the lid of the treasure chest so the body was full display. Everyone's supposed to gather in his room when the judge finished up. He made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking of this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tango who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yup. I know you have to believe in your client. That's your job, but I'm a detective and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I apply a little critical thinking of my own? Do you worse. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not just about to accept his version of events, in fact. I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction of his claims.
Objection!
We established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound only came running into the store when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to interpret that the sound was that the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely based on the evidence. And yet you asserted that it was Mr. Tango who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. If that occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it could have been broken by Mr. Tango who was out judging the contents at the time. I never said he did it then and there. He could have just done something to the stand so it collapsed when he was in the middle of the judging.
Objection!
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tango? Yup, on the door. But we found Tango and Foss's prints in there too. We were all brought in here for the briefing, right before we started working on our creations. Those prints were pulling from them. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tango's work for prints yet? Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. Fine. If we just don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all of this chocolate stuff for prints, now. Yes, sir, right away. Check the bag. We finished testing the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tango, sir. Go on, whose? Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You go back to whatever it is you were investigating before. Yes, sir. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tango. Even without your lawyer input, I wasn't about to wrap up my investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless and she'd do anything to win. This Scone lady sounds a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Dr. Bad, would you mind if we accompany you? Babysitting you is not my job. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bat, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there. They'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Who is this him? What do they assign the case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They give it to Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years! Manfred von Karma, a living legend over the prosecutor's office. We never faced one another in the courtroom, but I heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to insert a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. Alright, that part is done. Alright, we'll do one more. Whoa, a candy castle! And look, there's even some little elves to go with it! Rooms laid out, pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold though, that's something. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over there where the orange light is, right? We better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicia Scone at your service. Well, at least that's... Her name was Delicia Scone in the official version. Well, they kept her name, just removed the S in Scones. Now it's just Delicia Scone. Some cheeky bricers back at Plenty even call me Miss Delicious, teehee. Called by lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say at least. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? Oh yes, dear, you the detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady, named Bad. I wonder just how old is she? Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, alright. What's the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense? Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy stepped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He's mad for Von Karma? Yep, sorry, mannequins. The notorious prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, Tenure Law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your smiling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, the furrowed brow. Ugh, you're even scarier than they say. Then you might want to keep your good thoughts to yourself, Hetty. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries for Von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to extend you such a contrary? This clearly isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. Your thoughts of the lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirits. Bad, see as at least words don't slip out of line. Why do I have to? I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need you to go look over Gusto's room. Good day. Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough to there to be bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives. But at least we could do that much. Hold up. I haven't seen over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait until I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I just got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Why don't we say look over there at the room together, Detective? It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney asks to have a detective breathing down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're amazing, Mr. E. You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be so grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? Oh hey! What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder? It's not a ladder, Detective Bad, it's a step ladder. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You know, if you observe their basic natures more closely. Amazing, Mr. You have to remember this for future reference. Yep, ladders and step ladders. That's... It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made of sugar and cream. I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so into fantastical things. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, I didn't mean to get carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was animated as you. You have a son, Mr. E? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statue book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends. Me included, of course. I'm sure. I like to think you're more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. A big brother, huh? Guess I'll have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed, and with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? You must scarcely seem to expect anything that catches my attention. The doors of the castle have been left wide open. Yeah, wasn't that guy born in the barn? He should at least close them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold it, kid. If anyone's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. Cream's going all runny. It's all over the detective's shoes. Why are all these items being stored inside the candy castle? Alright, tell me what you want me to look at first. 2 big rock crystals? Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind these doors. Oh, I know. Maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. Maybe this whole thing is based on the story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. I think I treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something? I was right, they are gemstones. The stands must be so they can put it on display. Well, whatever they are, they seem they're not just a large set of paperweights. Huh? These pillars. They have hexagonal intentions. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone. Hexagonal intentions, huh? I wonder. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom? Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. And I think I see fabrics of the same colors as somewhere else before. The rock crystal stands and the pillars of the front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe that the crystals are meant to be placed on top of these pillars. Well, yeah, hexagon and hexagon makes perfect sense. But if that is the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone? What were you using the items inside the castle for? Oh, those? So sorry, lambkins, but I'm not allowed to say. Let me guess. Von Karma? How do you know? Please don't ask me to tell him. Please don't ask me to tell you. Don't my guts for craters. Seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, I thought we were onto something with these giant rock crystals, but... What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little tinklets? Your tinklets? Yes, my sweet. I use it to make people all lovely and relax. You use rock crystals and cloths to do that? I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Wow, those things are lamps? Oh, that's not even half of it. These clouds may hold an even more exciting secret. She really opened up a moment when we started talking about her tinklets. Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic? Oh, Batty Bumpkin, can you get all of it and set it up for me? The name is Bad. Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Bumpkins? Have you finished taking photos of this room yet? Yes, sir, we have, sir. Then help Miss Scum here with something, will you? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. You're so sweet at heart, aren't you, Batty B? That's amazing, Miss Scum. You got her to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Thank you ever so much, Battykins, and you, Officer Lovely. She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. I guess it's her way to showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be? Relaxing, exactly? Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Batty B. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now. Yes, ma'am. Huh. Wow, it's beautiful! It is. I wish my son was here to see it. Is it though? Is it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my thing, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen? These elves must be feeling a little left out. This is how I was supposed to look at the contest. Well, I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least. Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too? What happened there, I wonder? I think we've got to take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. Oh, I see something. The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor? Look, there's a red stain on one on the left. That's not just a stain. That's... Yep, it's blood alright. I can smell it. What? Blood? Why is there blood on this lamp? It has something to do with why the bulb is broken? Better take a closer look at the other one too. So Miss Scorner actually intended to use these lamps on their display. And why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe it's because they're broken? Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put them. The best place to hide some salt and some sugar, isn't that how it goes? Or perhaps the best place to hide the tree is in the forest. Anyway, her intention is to put out these salt lamps on her final display, and it contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I need to point it out, making a deduction. We know that the victim was struck and killed by something blunt, and we found blood on one of the lamps, which has been smashed a bulb inside. Could the lamp have not been a murder weapon? For sure, it could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy, did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir, just got done a minute ago, sir. The blood is of the victims, no doubt about it. And there you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Sculler's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her of the list of suspects.
Eureka!
Take a look at the list of rules for the contest detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Which means that the salt lamps and luminous clouds would have been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we may need to dig a little deeper with Miss Skull before we can say for sure. This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over like the others. It's not fair to leave before I go, Miss Skull. Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing. A cloth and... what sort of machine exactly? Oh, you never guess how it works. Luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. You send light down a cable and then each optical fiber scan. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color of the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious fiery flame, cold blue like taking places of ice. You have these special batteries that last for donkey years and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me, but these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up with these beautiful colors, Mr. E. I see. So much new technology, I could barely keep up. So these light illuminating devices, you lost one of them in the piece of luminous cloth? That's right, Lambkins. Only heaven only knows where they could have gone to. This cloth. It could have been something to do with the case. The small door on the wall here just like Mr. Tangaroa's room. Here, I'll open it. Temperature 68 degrees, light set to green. Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. That is odd. I wonder why. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can't vouch for that. And yet... when you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I could describe most things made of chalk confederates. I think I'd better take another look at these handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say these handles are made of candy. It's not just the handles, the whole castle, the little elves. They're all just plastic bottles with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this Confederate art after all? No, it simply made it look like candy, with the cream having added to lend all the air of toxicity. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Skull made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not going to get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it got something to do with all this? That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Skull herself. What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is it Mr. Von Carmen or something happened between you two? Why yes, nothing happened at all. But you just said yes. A little hello yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just a sweet little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lemke. Then you go forward, dearie, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? This is our English gentlewoman is taking a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment. She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's how we just set up to work. And, well, I spent most of my time here in the room getting everything ready, as you expect. Oh, and there was a lovely afternoon tea for the hour and so on, from around 1, I think. Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition, a chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. So, kind of like recess? I suppose you could say that. Oh, you know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Just a clever boy. Where did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea served? Out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it the same hour every break time during the contest, laying a nice little spread, you know? But today, only me, Sense, and Silly Pants and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Poodle has already finished his big creation, and he was there the whole time. Poor little Chili Wickings and Gusty Pants hadn't missed out because he hadn't finished yet, bless them. You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto were present? That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I haven't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cake served by our two TV superstars. I went back to work when they finished, though. Toodled off when the Wows were still nurturing away. And at any point during the contest, did you bring any of the other competitors' rooms? Well, no, dear, don't be silly. That's strange because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tegaroa's room. Yeah, caught red-handed. Wait, so you admit you were there? Oh, well, I can't hardly deny now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear? What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tegaroa's room? Well, I suppose you'd call it a research. Research? Sammy Poodle's a deft hand when it comes to old sweet making. Everybody knows that. When I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a bit of research, I could say. What kind of research do these fingerprints? Yes, well, it stands for a reason that I have blue fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little dibble now, isn't it? What? You ate little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tegaroa's room, that was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want more poor Sammy Poodle getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits of pieces. Did it stand holding up the ship? You took a bite of that too, I suppose? Oh yes, dear, of course I did. It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down. Yeah, I'm sorry, my lovely. Truly I am. Hold on, is that why you left the afternoon tea earlier? You were heading off to the second helping of sweets? Look, please believe me, I never killed anybody, I promise. Your actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Miss Stone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly is no good for a girl. I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I have to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I like to know. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. But most of your words are made up of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate. Is that so, Siri? Well, silly me, eh? I only gonna make a whoopsie. Wait, she really didn't know that? World-class confessioner my foot. Not only does she break the rules by using fake candy, she's arrogant and basic fast but is supposed to craft. Miss Skull grows more mysterious by the moment. Miss Skull appears to lack basic knowledge about what confectionery is created, and she says she snuck into another entrance field for research purposes. Hardly an actress of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not on a picture of top pro acting. Does she have any lack of little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she's another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into the room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain yet. But she is hiding something, that much I'm certain of. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma will be surely found a murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Take the bet on a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone. How could you, Betty Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that. It appears like the bet is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind to accompany us? Of course, dear. Where are we off to? To find Mr. Von Karma. Alright. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's alright. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found a murder weapon. We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tegaroa should no longer be the only person in interest. Ha! Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tegaroa is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty shall we remain. How can I be so sure of Mr. Tegaroa's guilt? You have the explanation, I assume? For why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Of course I do. I'll be delighted to share with you. Tango killed Frost with one of Skull's salt lands to order fragrance for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room, and once the deed is done. After all, had it been found near the victim's body, Tango would have seemed doubtly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. And that is why there is no piece of evidence to see the point of the particular suspect. So is your assertion that Mr. Tango took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room? It is indeed. But it's more than an assertion. It is a fact based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need it. I don't need any such thing. What? If you have a red bottle, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic.
Objection!
It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime, but something else remains that doesn't point at one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. Cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room? What's that, dearie? One of my lovely colorful cloths at the scene of the crime, you say? Luminous cloth? Nonsense, I see no light to speak of. I guess he doesn't know how it works. It may look like an ordinary factory at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and a difference soon becomes apparent. Look at his face! I don't think he was expecting that. But the fact that the cloth can be lit up in either here or there, we'll have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely to the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. But seeing as the body was wrapped in such cloth, then surely even you have to admit that's suspicious? Mr. Von Karma? I think it's time to accept that the number of factors pointing to Miss Scone as a person of interest. Greggy Peg, like, how could you? You're accusing me of all people? I'm not accusing you of anything just yet, but I do think you're hiding something. That's not... Just to clarify, your assertion is that both cloth the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder? Exactly. Is something funny? Only that you walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth or the murder weapon were in fact in the room. So sorry to have break it to you. What does it mean? Tango spotted them before the contest began and noted that the lamps and cloths couldn't break the rules. He subsequently confiscated them and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide or hair Frost as he secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing that he did it the only key. And as you know now, he's also in the possession of your lamp used to commit the murder. So you see... I have had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel? To have lost to me before you even steady foot in the courtroom. This can't be happening. Wait, all that hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us the stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa? Hey, but dear, it made me sense if I spilled the being the one under suspicion. Mr. Von Karma said that? But he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourself just a second ago. Pathetic. Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'll make certain assumptions as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are two and only two sets of fingerprints of the murder weapon. Two? Yes, those are Delicia's gun and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the man he has confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in his Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure this guilty verdict.
Objection!
But wait! What about the luminous clock that was left behind in Mr. Tangaro's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing the body. I don't have enough to dispose of any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections. Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you. Mr. E! I'm not just about to give up. I see you meant to waste more of my time. Bad, escort them off the premises now. This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bad? What is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still one last thing of the crime scene we haven't identified. He's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities that are accounted for. You can discuss your other thoughts, doubts to your pleasure, Detective. Whatever they might be, there's no business of defense. I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied over either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What? This is the yet identified something that is left in Mr. Tangaro's room.
Take that!
There are finger marks on one of Tangaro's creations. Supposedly they belong to the murderer. It could certainly explain how the print didn't end up in the murder weapon. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Because I let them look around. You let the defense examine the scene, Bad? Are you out of your mind? I don't remember you telling me not to. Until it warm, you do as well remember this, damn detective. That's the result of your next salary review is up to me. Oof. Detective Bad's in trouble now too. I'm sure I'm glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth. And you do well to remember the result of your salary review is up to your performance here. You're trying to cover such a based accuracy investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely impossible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while prepared his creations. But can you put conclusions that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there's still something about Miss Stone that doesn't add up. Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat? Oh, stop it, Greggy. Stop it. Why are you being so mean to poor old pal Delicia? I also never go city full of sweets. What more do you want? I don't want to make you a suspect. That much is certain. But you lie to us. And you're still not telling us everything. Greggy, stop it. Stop bullying me. I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature where things should be kept at. What kind of professional confession doesn't know something as fundamental as that? I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry I'm a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say? I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confessioner in the first place. Enough! Well, thank you for keeping your basis of accusation to yourself. Evidence is everything in the courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse the witness of perjury, then I demand you present something to back it up. But this isn't a courtroom, isn't it? Nevertheless. What proof do I have that Miss Stone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts?
Take that!
Every single one of Miss Stone's creations break the rules of the contest. The offending items, the cloth and lamps, were duly confiscated as we established, and the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection!
But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room. What? The entire Forever world Miss Skunk created, every last bit of it. You know, it's just a collection of plastic bottles scattered with whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic comfort of the room. No railroad taught a contender will ever stoop so low. Is this true, Brad? Yep. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. Did we finally convince him? That her lies and choice like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Golden, your actions here plainly affirming the list of suspects. But no, dear, I'm no killer. Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really, and why are you so tampering with your rival's work? Alright. The truth is, I'm not an adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you believe it. A pharmacist? I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we imagined. So what's some of the airline are worth doing to enter a concert like this one? Well, I just love eating sweeties, as if you must know. The Zanzi Poodle sweets are the best, and or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final. Then Mr. Von Karma's lost for words. That's it? That's the only reason you're here? Yes, dear, it was worth it. I mean, Samson's silly pants and sweeties are the tastiest sweets I ever did eat. And the finger parts? Were you the one wearing the gloves? No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves. Remember, Miss Gold's fingerprints were found elsewhere in Mrs. Tangero's other creations. I see that points her not having worn gloves. Exactly like that. Lambkins, Gregory Peglegs got it right in a stick, and I'm an innocent woman. Is your hair filled with cream too? Yeah, sorry, mannequins. Her hair may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of suffrage. Miss Gold, were Mr. Tangero's works the only ones you sampled? No, dear. Couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over the chilly wind's room for those trees too. You were in the victim's room too? Yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see. Quite possibly because the cop killer was already dead. But I could only stomach a little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in my life. So I wanted to taste these star-shaded bits off the side of the cleanse my palate. You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Stone? Indeed. What didn't she sample? That's everything, I promise. Ranky Pegleys, mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things. As long as you told us the truth, that's all that matters in the end. Don't think for a second that this means I must believe you. I'm going to investigate this victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you really are after this I'm through. Mr. Von Karma, please let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we are allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions. Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. We'd like to accompany you all the same. What's the meaning of this? When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It was all gone. The whole chelada. Was this the work of a culprit? A dead body hidden in the chocolate chest. A murder weapon moved mysteriously to one room. This case is a real peach, and it's going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of this. Alright, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.